Hello, friends. All right, so today I am going to talk to you about my love for coffee. I loved coffee since forever, since I can ever remember, actually. In middle school, I took French, and I used to bring a coffee. Actually, it was a latte to school in French class every morning. I would make my mom a latte and me a latte with her little cappuccino machine. And one time the girl turned around to hand me a paper, the girl that sat in front of me. She knocked over my coffee. And ever since then, I think, was it middle school? I'm pretty sure it was middle school, guys. So when I worked at the Royal Fork Buffet, I was like, I don't know, maybe 15, and I served coffee to people. I would walk around and I would top off their coffees, and I just enjoyed coffee and people. And then I was really excited. After I worked there, I went and got a job as a barista at Gloria Jean's Coffee. It was like part Gloria Jean's, part Tasty BY, frozen yogurt. And I learned how to be an actual barista. And that leveled up my love for coffee for sure. But then I graduated in like 2003, and then I found out that Starbucks was coming to my hometown of Bismarck, North Dakota, and we did not have a Starbucks in North Dakota. This was going to be the first Starbucks in North Dakota. So I applied and I got an interview, and I got to train for the grand opening and become a Starbucks barista. And we were the very first one. So we introduced Starbucks. And that was an honor for me, and I loved it. And I loved working for Starbucks, and I loved their passion for coffee. Then when they rolled out this whole Black Apron certification program, I was all about that. You learn everything from mountaintop to countertop. And I got a sense for what coffee really means. That it is not just about me drinking my coffee, which I loved. It was about farmers who are trying to put their kids through school, who are trying to survive by selling coffee, and then storms that destroy the harvest, or pests, and how much it costs to certify your farm for organic, and how your yield goes down. There's just so much that opened my eyes about that. But I was like one of the first, if not the first, Black Apron. I should show you my Black Apron. Next video I will. I'll show you my Black Apron with all my pins on it from Starbucks. And I just loved it. I loved everything about learning how to do latte art, having people's coffee ready for them before they got to the counter. When I would see them pull into the parking lot. No, going around town in my little community and seeing, oh, there's Venti Vanilla Latte. I knew people buy their coffee drinks. And coffee is just a way to connect with people. And it's a way that the world connects to each other. Because in America, we don't have, other than Hawaii, we don't have anywhere that we grow coffee. Because it's around like the equator, the coffee belt. The Tropic of Cancer, the Tropic of Capricorn, with the equator in between is the coffee belt, right, friends? We count on those people. We've got to treat them right. Look at me pointing my finger at you. So then I learned about roasting coffee and how the first stage, where the caramelization happens and the coffee gets brighter green and smells like hay and starts to get brown, like starts to smell toasty, first crack, second crack, all the chemical reactions that are happening. It is fascinating. Then all the extraction methods, you know, the more fine that you grind it, the more you extract, but not too much because it'll be bitter. And so and then the temperature of the water, and there's just so much to play around with, you know? And I really love all the things about coffee. And so I just wanted to bring an awareness to people that your coffee has gone through so many hands to get to you. And when you drink coffee that has been responsibly acquired, meaning fair trade. Look for fair trade coffee because the farmers matter. That's their livelihood. We got to take care of them for future coffee. Also think about organic, because coffee is susceptible to a lot of pests, fungicides, and all that are used. And that can be really bad for our health. So consider organic coffee. Another thing that you might want to think about is who is making money off of it. Are they trying to buy cheap Robusta beans or higher quality Arabica beans? It all matters. So I will get into more of these topics, but let me just tell you that arte is from the Greek and it means excellence. And that's what this channel is all about. It's about excellence in coffee. When you roast coffee, you bring the coffee to its fullest potential. And that is another idea that's wrapped up in this word arte from the Greek, bringing something to its fullest potential. And coffee brings me to my fullest potential. And when you roast coffee, you bring it to its fullest potential. And I just want you all to consider that. I want you to think about what brings you to your fullest potential. What is your arte? Think about how valuable you are. Think about how you are the only you that there ever could be, and be completely unapologetically you. Because each coffee, see, here I'm going to go back to coffee again, but coffee has connections to everything, like I'm telling you. But you think about how coffee is just a plant, but depending on where it's grown and the elements that it's grown in, the conditions and the climate, the weather, it changes it. Just like when we have weather storms, it changes us. So use those storms to make you better and not to make you bitter. No one likes bitter coffee. So that, my friends, is basically my little chat to you today. So take from that what you will and let me know what you think, and I shall see you next time. There's a quote that I do want to end with that's from an old show, and my daughter likes to say it to my husband's grandfather: be who you are, don't be who you're not, and be the best one of it. So that's my message today. Bye.